Hey, it's Dina, and you're watching One Funny Morning. Welcome to One Funny Morning Show.
From Monday to Friday.
And sometimes on Saturday.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
You never know what's gonna happen.
Carmen.
Cortez.
Good morning, everybody.
What's outside your weather door?
Good morning. Uppie, everybody.
I found these hussies on the loose.
At the Bobet Hotel in Mountain from New Jersey, which we learned about last night. Apparently, it's the best place you can pick up police officers because they have a lot of activity here, unfortunately. But we're going to turn it over to Dina and let her further explain. And here's your host, Dina Blizzard.
Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody? I can't explain what that was. So I love that you threw it to me. We'll throw it to Tina so she can explain why a lot of our followers are in a dirty parking lot talking to a policeman somewhere in South Jersey. And now we'll throw it to Dina to explain. I have no idea. And to make it worse, I have no idea why you have my mom. I didn't know. Good morning, Joey Cola. You know, Joe, you can't go on unless your hoops are in. He's like, Dina, I totally get that. Good morning. It's Friday. Dina, my boy wanted Jif peanut butter, and I confidently said Kraft peanut butter is better, and now my son and I are fighting. Okay, Lucy, I don't want to call you wrong in front of your son, but everybody knows that Jif peanut butter is the best. I don't know why we're not sponsored by Jif. It is the best, and I will go on record as saying that. So I don't know who wants to get into a fist fight about it, but I'm game. I'm up for it. So if you want to bring your son to the camera, I'll be like, your mom's wrong. Okay? Do you want me to talk to your mom? Mm-hmm. I tried both yesterday. Lucy, you were drunk, and that's why you are not picking the correct peanut butter. I don't know what to tell you. You're really bringing out a lot today. Just so you know, I made breakfast. I'm going to try not to be gross, but I'm going to eat it. Only Jif, and I'm 64. Yeah, I don't know what age has to do with it, but yeah, sure. Okay. Jif, and I'm 51. This is like a weird AA meeting. Hi, my name's Dina. I'm 51, and I only eat Jif peanut butter. Okay, let's start that way. Why not? Sure. And I'm going to eat these eggs in front of all of you. Don't let. Tracy. Let's talk about the reel yesterday. Sorry. It's so funny. Because Kath and I, we love finding fun things. I love that skirt. My name is Pop Pop, and I'm only 65. All right. Do you like Jeff Lee? I'm 50, and it's only Jeff. Creamy Jeff. Yeah. No, don't even. Probably not, Jacob. Are you coming to work? I didn't realize I was blocking. I didn't realize you were coming in today because, you never come in. So let me move this. Move your big fat head. Come here. Come to work. Come on. This is unusual. No one usually. Okay. Oh, I know why you're coming to work. Okay. So you saying if I make breakfast, you come to work. She's like, I don't know. Somebody else might have breakfast. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm a little slow. And I see that you're a lot faster than me. She's like, yeah, she's not stupid. Oh, let's talk about Love is Blind. Can we talk about it? Is anybody going to be mad if we talk about it? I gave you 24. Really, Lou? This feels real aggressive what you're doing. Look, Lucy will not stop. Jif has a mild, dryish texture. Kraft is a tiny more moist. Okay, first of all, Lucy, we don't use the word moist on the morning show. So you've already upset a number of people. We don't use that word ever. It's the M word. We don't like it. And the fact that you're using it for peanut butter is ruining peanut butter. Okay? Even Lulu's upset about it. All right? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Anyway. So Kath and I have these skirts on. Does Lulu drool? Oh, I guess we're about to find out. She only drools if there's another dog around. There's this thing she started doing, like when we were still fostering dogs. We started getting like really young dogs that seemingly wouldn't be able to protect themselves from Cujo. So I'd have to really watch her around the dog. She's never done anything, but if a dog comes at her, she don't like that. But baby dogs are fine. Baby dogs. Anyway, so we would put them all in the yard and let them play, but she started foaming at the mouth. Just full, like she was going to eat them. Like this was an appetizer. And we were like, what is she doing? What is she doing? But I had to Google it because I thought she was going to eat them. And they said, no, it's like a thing like you see it a lot of time at dog parks, apparently. If you take your dog to the dog park, they start to foam at the mouth. It doesn't mean that they're trying to eat anything. But, you know. I mean, if there was Jif peanut butter there, Lucy, I bet they would. What? I started the fight again with Lucy. Lucy, can you be Lucy Peanut Butter Queen? Because I feel like I didn't know this about that. You were so passionate about it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Brooke has friends coming over later. So for the first time ever, she's cleaning the house this early in the morning. I don't know what to say about it. I'm just enjoying the sounds. Yeah. She's watching every bite. Yep. That's what we're doing. Now, mind you, she ate first thing this morning. All right. Let's get to it. If you don't want any spoilers on Love is Blind, leave now. So here we go. I'm a Skippy girl. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Okay, well, you can stay, but please don't talk. I'm kidding. I'm not, though. All right. I'll eat the rest of it later. I'm sorry. First up, the season, compared to past seasons, horrible people, but awesome. Let's just say it. I think from the beginning, you could see this group and be like, none of this is going to work. None of it. Thank God for that couple. I don't even know their names. There was one couple that gets married. I don't even Johnny and the girl. Because, listen, I'm going to just say it. Very little personality. I mean, lovely people. But not like, let me start again. They were lovely people. They weren't crazy. That's why I don't know their names. Is it Amy? I don't know. Yeah. So I don't want to say that they were boring. They were actually lovely people, which is why I don't know who they are. I only know who the nut jobs are. So let's unpack it. So Clingy, Chelsea, and what's his nuts? Yeah. Shook, Bobby. We're going to get to them. But let's just talk about Chelsea and what's his nuts.
No.
I don't. Chelsea was a lot. I'm not even going to get to the whole Megan Fox thing. I saw a video.
Are you talking about Love is Blind?
Of course I am. Yeah. And the fella, he was a cute fella. And there were moments that I was like, do I not like him? Because I was like, I do. I am a stand-up, Patricia. And I would find a class in your local area. But yeah, she says Megan Fox, his head explodes. He's expecting Megan Fox to come through the door. She didn't. But she was a lovely girl, until she, started. And then I was like, okay, here's the thing. Okay. When he called her clingy, I was like, I'm going to need to get up. Okay. But was he completely wrong? No. Could he have said it better? Absolutely. Should you ever call girl? If you calling a girl clingy, she's not the girl for you. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. All right. If I'm that into you and you are not reciprocating, then this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm lost because I don't watch. Kitty, let me put it like this. There's a whole bunch of people who've never seen each other, went through an experiment, but except they told people what they look like. Then they meet each other in real life, and surprise, they don't like each other. That's the basic gist, if you had to narrow it down. A chart. There's really only like 3 couples that mattered this season. Chelsea and what's his nuts. And Adie and Clay, and then the one that got married. There were some other highlights as well, but Clay and Adie. Now, first, okay, there's the whole thing that Adie stepped in on somebody else's relationship. I'm not going to get into it because a lot of people aren't going to understand what I'm even saying, but you know what I'm talking about on the patio. And I was like, Adie, you need to mind your business. That's my thing. You need to mind your business. That's all I'm going to say about it. Right, Tanya. But let's talk about, so they go to the altar. Now, they only find out if they're getting married once they go through the whole thing. They get dressed, they walk down the aisle, they invite all their friends and family, and then you stand there and you go, I do you? Like that, which is weird at a wedding. You should probably know if he's going to say yes. And by all accounts, it's AD. Her name is like Amber Danielle, and she goes by AD. So AD is in. AD is in. And then he is out, even though by all accounts he said he was in. So he leaves her at the altar. And then gets like real needy on, he's like, yeah, I feel real bad. Can you give me a hug? I was like, no. Is it Amber Desiree? But here's the thing. There was a whole article. So for those of you that didn't watch, there's a couple, they meet in the pods. They're standing there to get married. He has said to her from the beginning, I don't know that I am marriage material. I don't know that I'm ready to be somebody's husband. Now, the whole point is to be a husband. That's the whole point of the show. That feels like it should have been resolved before you came on the show, but who am I? I think he did like her a lot. I think he is in no way ready. Here's my takeaway. I'm 51. I've been on this planet a long time. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I feel like when I was 22, if you told me, oh, she's dating a 32-year-old, she's dating a 45-year-old, I'd be like, oh my gosh, they're so old. Right? When you're 22, anybody with a receding hairline, you're like, they old. They must have wisdom. They must know. They must be mature. Now I'm 51, and I was just like, I think men grow up around 48. 48. But I think it's only because I've been on the Lulu's like, girl preach. This is her girl preach face. Girl preach. And he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. And he kind of said it. Shakendra's like, no, it's not 48. Maybe 40. Let's try 49. But here's what happens. He says no. She's in shock. We're all in shock. All the moms are in shock. Nobody knows that. You know who's not in shock? Clay and his dad. You're like, why do you say that? Because for the first time that I've ever seen on this show, they go to an interview with Clay's mom and her ex-husband, Clay's dad. And the mom, as cool as anyone can be, because the dad cheated on the mom, didn't treat her right. And Clay says, I'm not ready because I have stuff to unpack, stuff that my dad did to my mom. And I don't want to do that to somebody. I'm not ready. Like there's part of that I could really appreciate. You saying you're not ready. This probably would have been valuable information 2 weeks ago or before you got on the show. But there's a scene at the end with Clay's mom. And and his dad. And the mom very smoothly says, a lot of this comes from watching us and things not going well and him learning that this is on the table and it's not. And the man looks at her and he kind of owns it, the dad. But then he tries to pick her up. I don't know. It's weird. He did what a man that would do this to a woman would do when she calls him out on national TV. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
He said someone's dancing.
Yeah. He used to take Clay with him to the side piece's house, and the mom didn't know until now. No. Mm-mm. Please go away. I'm in the middle of the show. Go clean.
I need an extension cord because I gotta clean my car.
Well, go figure it out. What do you want me to do? Right? I'm at work.
Do you know
I have one right here in my butt. Let me get it.
That's what I was thinking. Well,
let me get it.
Now you lost.
Here it is. Here it is. I keep everything in my butt. Everything that you need. Deflected. He blamed his own dad. He blamed Pop. The dad blamed his dad. Oh, he can't even hold on to it for 1 second. I learned it from my dad. Oh. And so this article was about generational trauma and how it continues and perpetuates. And so there were parts of it that I can appreciate that Clay can stand there and say, I can't do this to you. I really do believe he likes her. Do I think he wants to be with her the rest of his life? No. And I don't believe that if you are not 100%, you shouldn't do it. That mom wasn't wrong. Not wrong. Felicia, don't you know? Isn't that where you keep all your stuff that your kids need right now? In your butt. At work. Because she don't know. Yeah, but wait till the altar. See, Carrie, that's the part that was wrong. Jen, you missed a lot. There's a lot of stuff in my butt. Clay's mom won the internet. It's a lot already. Lulu showed up for work, but just because she was hungry. I know, Heather. And you just think to yourself, I think that there's a lot, let's say us, there's a lot of us, right, who carry stuff. And some days we face our stuff head on. And some days we're just like, I would like to ignore this. I'd like to distract my life. And how many people are in one bad relationship, find the strength to leave that bad relationship, right? All of us have done this, whether it's an early boyfriend, a marriage, living together, whatever. You find the strength to leave this bad relationship and you're like, I got out of this. And then somehow keep finding yourself right back in the same dynamic, right? Because sometimes we face stuff head on. And then other times we're like, let's just distract. It's too much. Feelings are too much. And so I don't think that Clay went into it with some negative intention. I feel like he sounded, I did say there's stuff in my butt. Jen, you got to show up for work. Okay. I can't go back all the time I'd be like, we're going back for Jen. Jen. You'll see. Go back 5 minutes. I think that, he was in it. I think he was in it and he liked her and he was like, I like who I'm becoming. I like what things I'm thinking about. But, yeah. Marriage is hard. Bill and I have been married 42 years and I screamed, yelled, and cursed at him last night in the car. I love him, but sometimes it's like talking to a doorknob. Well, that's the thing. If you're going on a show where marriage might be the ultimate ending and you're not ready, don't go on that show. Well, that's what I mean. And like I said, maybe he thought he was, but when people are faced with it, like, this is it, this is your put up or shut up. I don't know if they get paid. They're not in SAG. I don't know. Yeah, I think that there were a lot of points where he said, I'm really working on myself and I want to thank you for that. Although here's the one thing that I thought was interesting. They had an interesting dynamic, the two of them, where she kept saying, you are my king. You are my man. I will follow you because you will lead. And there is something to be said, and that is a part of lots of beautiful relationships. Feel more of like a partner. Some people kind of love that traditional, my man is going to lead. I don't, that's not how I feel sits with me. I feel like I'm more of this, but she kept saying to him, I'm ready for this. Right. And he said, and I love that you are there for me. But they're definitely, she says at the end, she said, why am I never enough? This is what it always comes to. I am never enough. And she said, I am always there trying to fix these men and they don't appreciate it. And I thought, that's you, right? Like how many of us, every single person on this show watching right now, at some point was a fixer. And the reality is you can't fix somebody that doesn't want to be fixed. Let's just sit on that for a second. You can't help somebody that don't want to be fixed. And that's really hard for control freaks. I don't know. Do you know any? Have you guys met a control? Do you guys know of any? Raise your hand if you are. Okay. And so I think that there were some real big love, because I don't think either of them were bad people. And it's not your job to fix anybody. True. The great relationships come when two people who are working on themselves come together. That's a beautiful thing. I hope this situation is something that changes her, and not in a way where she says, I hope I find a man who needs fixing and he appreciates the fixing. That's not it. You got to work on you. What is it about you? Yeah. Can we get a refreshed? Maybe we need a new control freak shirt. I feel like it. 15 years, same guy, not married. He lives with his ex-wife. You think I can fix him? Yeah, still trying though. Well, Michelle, he's the one, and who's this lady to determine who needs fixing? Well, the funny thing is he said it. He was like, I need help. I need this. I need that. She was like, I'll do it. And I was like, nope. No. Yeah. So, Girl. My daughter just learned at 22, you can't fix a boyfriend. There you go. Yeah. So anyway, that I watched 2 nights ago, maybe. I don't know. We're getting closer to buying a car. So close, and yet no. Literally all day. I was like, can you please send over this purchase order so I can send it to this credit union to see if they're going to blah, blah, someone. So here's yesterday's conversation. Did you ever get off of a customer service call and just say to yourself, am I crazy? What? Let me specifically say, a car dealership customer service call? So I found this car that I like. It's a Lexus. It's one of the plugins. It is not cheap, so I got to get a loan. And so I'm on the phone a couple nights ago, and I say, all right, well, hit me. What's our percentage rate? Well, we gotta run it. I go, okay, can you run it? Well, we need all your information. I go, all right. So I sent it to him. You had to send it online, right? So I sent him the information. I said, did you get the thing I sent? No, we didn't get it. You're on the wrong website. I go, oh, it's the website. It's your website. I took a picture. He goes, yeah, that's it, but you didn't send it. I said, I did. He goes, well, no, we have it, but you didn't fill all the information out. I said, I did though. I filled all the. No, you didn't. You missed your occupation. You missed this. You missed how long did you live at your residence. Da, da, da. I don't know why that has anything to do. There was like, how long you lived in this house. What does that make a difference? How long you had those slippers? What are you talking about? Why does that have anything to do with me getting this loan? So they said you didn't fill out the form. I go, just so you. I said I did fill out the form. I don't know how. It's your form. I don't know why it's dropping information. He says, ma'am, you didn't fill it out. I said, oh, just so you know, you have these little red asterisks on the submit form that won't let you submit it unless you fill out every part of the form. It's your form. I'm explaining your form to you, and I couldn't have sent it without all of the information, or it wouldn't have gotten to you at all. No, that's not true. Okay, what do you want me to do? Go fill it out again. Great. Fill it out again, calls back. He says, okay, let's run your credit. So he comes back. I have good credit. I should be able to buy a car. He says, listen, based on everything that we have, the best we could get is 7.5 to 8%. I said, what are you talking about? You said it would be anywhere between 6 and 8. Why didn't they start with a 6? That's where it came up. He goes, so he sent me 2 pieces of paper, one at 7.5%, one at 8.5%. And the difference in those two down to, because the credit union was 5, could be a savings of like $200 a month. I was like, I'm not doing this. I said, forget it. I'm going to go back to a credit union. He goes, ma'am, I mean, you could if you want. It's going to waste a lot of time. I go, well, I'm not. Yeah, Lucy, everything got reviewed yesterday. Every day it gets reviewed. But for whatever reason, this guy is like 7.5 to 8.5%. I was like, no. So the next day I get on the phone with a credit union. Very lovely. The first credit union, real dumb. Second credit union, great. They're on top of stuff. They're calling me. They're following up. The dashboard's easy. Just upload this. The lady's like, hey, did you get it? You have any questions? Just wonderful. Wonderful. She's like, based on what we're seeing, now we have to get everything in, but we should be able to get you between like 5.49 and 5.74. Does that sound good? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Sounds great. She goes, well, I need to get the window sticker and a purchase order from the thing. And I said, fine. So I call the dealership and I say, I need a purchase order and I need the window sticker and I need it. Great. And I'm going to upload it and we'll just figure it out. Okay. So I waited all day yesterday for this sticker from this dealership. Fine. The guy keeps calling me and I keep missing it. I'm on the phone. I'm doing business and we keep missing each other. He calls 4 times. I call him back 4 times. Sometime around 1 o'clock. We all don't pay the same interest rates. No, Judy. It has to do with your credit score. It has to do with how much. In fact, even at the banks, if you take out a loan for $50,000 versus you take out a loan for $100,000 or $250,000, if you take out $50,000, the rate is 7%. If you take out $100,000, the rate is 6%. If you take out $250,000, the rate 5.5%. I go, why? Why are you charging me more to take less money? The risk is lower. It should be less of an interest rate. No, that's not how we do it. I go, but it's all about managing risk. It should be a low. That's not how they do it. Cool. So I finally get this guy on the phone and he says, hey, I said, yeah, I just need to get this paperwork from you. Can you just send it? Yeah. You know what's so crazy? I said, I don't know what's so crazy. No, it's not just a Jersey thing. It's so crazy is that, we should talk because we never ran your credit. I go, what? Yeah. I don't know what interest rate did you get from the credit union? I said, I'm not telling you. He said, well, we never ran it. You should give us the opportunity to beat it. So let me get all your information. Now, bitch, you have my information. You had it 2 days ago. And I said, you did run it. Sam ran it and sent me 2 documents over with all the information. No, it turns out he never ran it. So do this. Send me the information. I will run it. And he's talking over me. No, this is the dealership. And I said, no, No. Not doing that. Yeah, totally lying, Kate. He says, no, Dina, I'm telling you, it says right here he never ran it. I go, well, it was a 20-minute conversation. So it seems weird that Sam and I would talk for 20 minutes about him running the credit. And then he sent me 2 documents with the rates at 7.5 and the rates at 8.5. So it seems weird that you're saying he never ran it. Well, he didn't. I don't know what to tell you. That didn't happen. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Yeah. Shim sham. He's like, well, at least give us a shot. I said, no, I did give you a shot the first time when I asked you. So I'm not. No, I'm good. Yeah, red flags. Kathy. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. So then at the end of the day, he sends over these documents. I upload them. 2 seconds after I uploaded, the credit union calls. They were like, we can't even read this document. I said, girl, I've been trying to get documents from this man all day long. She says, you know what? Give me the number. I'll call him on 3-way. I said, girl, what is this, 1988? Let's do it. So her name's Deneen. She's lovely. Deneen says, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. You just have to be on the phone. Oh, yeah, sure. So I'm getting some work done. I hear Deneen. He picks up the phone. Here's Deneen. She's like, hi, this is so-and-so from the credit union, and I need to get this document. It's hard to read this document, so would you be able to email it over? Because it's clear he's taking it with a real crappy cell phone and then texting it to people. And she says, yeah, I need you to email it, and I need you to take a different picture. These documents are very difficult to read, and we need to be able to see them in order to run the proper, things that we need to do for the underwriters so we can get Dina approved as soon as possible. Oh, yeah, I'll send it right away. And she goes, okay, thanks. And he hangs up. I was like, that's a lie. He's not going to do that. She goes, no, I just talked to him. I go, oh, Deneen, you're funny. I hope you have a lot of time. So we wait. And it comes through. She goes, here it is. And she goes, what is this? He texted it to you again. Why would he text it? I literally said to him he had to email it. I go, okay. Welcome, Deneen. You girl. I said, do you want to meet at a bar somewhere? And maybe we could just sit at the bar, have some bourbon on me, and we could just work at the bar. And she was like, what is he doing? Why wouldn't he just email it? I said, I've been trying to get him to email me. He won't email anything. And everything's real, so precious, real dark. All the pictures real dark. Just, yeah. And she goes, I'm going to call him back. I said, girl, do it. She goes, we're calling him right back. Call him back. He's like, hey, yeah, Sam just talked to you. It looks like you texted this over. So it's the same thing. I need you to actually take the picture again. It's real. And I need you to email it. Do you have email? Fax? He goes, we don't have fax. I said, I don't think they have paper or electricity at the dealership. And she's, okay. She gets it a third time. Can't read it. She goes, what is happening? I said, welcome to my world. I said, I don't think that they want to sell cars. I've never met so many dealerships. I can't even say it's just this one. I'm like, do you want to sell me a car? Because it feels like, yeah. Is it a real car? I don't think so, Heather. I don't think it's real. Yeah. They don't got fax. No, this is Lexus. Does the car have wheels? I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure this car exists. Oh, well, yeah, I'm not wrong. So, yeah. So, Carly, please. I have walked away from at least 6 dealerships. Now I got Deneen on the case. I was like, she's like, here's what I'm going to tell you, Dina. This is what I do all day long. And I will tell them straight on the phone, don't play with me. You need to get me the things I was like, I'm going to get Deneen on this. I'm going to get Deneen up in One Funny Mother. I'll be like, Deneen, I'm going to need you to come in. Just start yelling at people. Yeah. That was the whole thing. Yep. And that's what it was, Tracy. When I finally said no to the man, I was like, I'm not doing this. Please send over the documents that I asked for. He was fine. And he hung up. Crazy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I ran out of dealership. I'm going to Maryland because I won't talk to anybody at Princeton. That was straight up shim sham. I'm driving all the way to Maryland just so I don't have to talk to them. And I doubt I'll even look these people in the eye. I'll be like, can I have my keys? I just need to. I'm telling you. Vicky, crazy. Well, here's the thing. Listen. This car is not cheap. And I've had to make some serious decisions in my life. And I decided that I was like, I have never in my life bought a new car or B, a car that I was like, this is a really nice car. I already said, I was like, I'm not going to drive it. It's too nice. This is going to be sitting in my carport. People be like, it's gorgeous. Oh, we don't drive it though. No, it's not. You don't drive this. You just look at it. It's like that. It's very pretty, but it's a specific color that I wanted. And they have like 3 of them. They have 3 of them. So it's not like you could go and be like, can you have the ship here? Because I called all 3 of them. And all 3 of them so they won't give the car to the other dealerships. Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't want to tell you the color yet. You'll see. People are like, oh my gosh, I was out the other day. This is so crazy. I was like, who did this? Yeah, it's just a look at car. It's different. You don't drive it. I was driving yesterday and there was it was BMW. It was pretty, like an X5 or something. Hot pink. Electric pink. Electric. Shakendra, I'm going to do that thing. You know how the Italian people used to like cover their sofas in plastic? I'm going to do that with this car. I'm going to cover it in plastic. It'll just have a doily on it all the time. Plastic doily. That's what I thought. I was like, is this a Barbie car? That's me. I don't drive my Audi Q7 really either. Nothing can happen to it. It has to stay perfect. I'm telling you, I was just like, no, it was just, I don't even think I was actually, what was so crazy, you couldn't even see the people in the car because it had like blacked out windows all the way around. I was like, that's about to get. Maureen's like, oh my God, you saw my car. Yeah, my Swedish grandmom had a couch. You had to peel yourself off of it. That's it. But it was so funny to just go by this a hot pink. Not even like, oh, that's a pretty shade. Nope. There will absolutely be theater ropes around the car. I know, Christine. I'm telling you, I'm going to be. Then there was a thing. I didn't tell Lulu. No, listen. This car, it has a hookup for a dog in the back. In the back of what? I'm not a back seat dog. I'm a front seat dog. How you gonna try and put me in the back? I don't know what it said. It said some kind of harness. I was like, you don't put Lulu in the corner. It's not dog friendly, Shakendra. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It's an SUV. Yeah. Years ago, we had a neighbor who wiped down his car every morning, wore the paint off of it. What? Yeah. Dogs are going to have to walk to the vet. They're going to have to walk everywhere. They're going to have to run beside the car. Get a dog hammock. My sister and I kneeled on it and heard it crunching. We jumped off and our knees and dents were still in there. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Yeah, I know, Betty. I'm going to have to get something. I park away in cities. I have to vacuum immediately. I don't know, Viola. That might be me. It wasn't until I saw the window sticker. I said, what's this come up? What's it come up? It has something called parking assist, which I should let Wendy. I'm going to put Wendy in the car and then hit the parking assist button. I go, now, Wendy, don't touch anything. It's going to parallel park itself. And she'd be like, I'm going to need to get this car. Mm-hmm. Kelly, you do have to watch it. Yeah. I know, Shakendra. Listen, I don't even have in my car now. I don't have a car. In my car now. Girl, what are you talking about? You don't got no car. In my old car. I didn't even have one of the cameras. I had to turn around like an animal like this. Look at me. Like a caveman. Look at me. I had to do that. I almost pulled my arm out. I love when people have that camera in their car. My kids. I love when my kids, who all have cameras in their car, I don't think Jacqueline does, would get in my car and be like, how do you back up? I said, you turn around. They were like, what? Old school, Mooney, like an animal, like a barbarian. I go, yeah, you used to pull your arm up and you'd have to turn and use your eyes. And they were like, what? Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to use it. I don't know. I have a camera. I never use it. Yeah, I don't know. My youngest brother has a car that parks itself. And I think it has the thing, which I don't even understand. I don't, where you can see your car from above. The Jesus camera. I don't know. But I'll be able to see myself from the solar system. Yeah. Maureen, I don't trust it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what happens if it's parking itself and it hits something. Who do you call? I don't know. From above, Christine. It'll show you your key from above. It'll be like Missy is over here. I'll be like, she like 4 doors down. Well, she there. Mm-hmm. Can you buy a car without all these features? You'd think so, Rusty. This is what I'm saying. I think there's stuff that shows up in the window in the front. I don't want that. Turn that off. I don't need it. Listen, Rusty, here's my thing. All I wanted was heated seats and steering wheel. That's all I wanted. But in order to get those 2 things, you got to get the thing and the parks itself, and it takes you here and it gives you a massage. Yeah, I don't understand. It is like it's a satellite view, Jesus view. I don't know. It probably has remotes. I don't know. Mm-hmm. You think you're not going to use it, and then you get used to it, and you wonder how you backed up before. Yeah. It's a 24. That's what I'm saying. I'm locked into this car for 10 years, and I'm fine with that. I don't know. I thought about the lease thing. I'm like, that's not for me. So, yeah, it says bells and whistles. Yeah. I don't want a car that keeps me in my lane. I want to change lanes when I want to. Where's the camera located? The sky, curly top? I don't know. There's a drone above me all the time? I don't know. So did we get the car? Okay, Kate, you're ridiculous. Okay, I just talk about cars. I don't even know if it has cooling seats. And I don't even know if apparently I had a cooling seat on when I was in Diana's car, and I didn't even know it. And I had all the heater vents directly towards me because I was air conditioning my undercarriage while trying to heat all the other parts. I didn't even know. She took a picture. She goes, why did you have the air conditioned seats on at full blast? I didn't know that. I didn't know. Luis, at least 10 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So she did kind of get the right pictures. I mean, at some point she was like, all right, he just sent me this one. I think this is as good as it's going to get. Let's just put it up and see what the underwriter says is okay. See, Kate said, my Explorer has exhaust leads in both mufflers. They hear me coming a mile away. Kate, I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't hear myself turning right and left. I have not been in a car that doesn't make sounds in years. Like when I turned right, everybody knew around me. They're like, she's turning right. I was like, it made a lot of sounds. And I didn't have struts or shocks. So if we like hit a bump, it was basically like driving a tractor. So I think that the quietness of the car will be off-putting at best. Spaceshipy. I'm getting a Lexus, a plug-in Lexus, which if you look up, they're all ridiculous. And here's my philosophy. I've been saving, so I'm putting a lot down so that my payments aren't crazy. They're a little bit crazy, but I also think that I'm not dyeing my hair anymore. So cha-ching, that's kind of a car payment. And I'm not going to be buying as much gas. So I get 35 miles per miles that are all electric every day. So like if I bebop, if I go to Andrea's, go to Diana's, like I'll plug my car in and I won't use gas. So I could not use gas for weeks at a time. But like I'm going to go to my sister's in a couple weeks. So when I do, the first 35 miles will be all electric, and then it'll go into the combination. And when it goes into the combo, it will be 86 miles per gallon. So like if I go to my sister's, I probably have to fill before I leave, fill again halfway down, fill again. So I would have to fill up 4 times. So to be about $200. So, I'm doing girl math. Viola, when you're trying to get to a number and you like, all right, let me stop doing this. My sister has a hybrid Lexus and she loves it. Yeah. What about using their electrics and what their bill? So Heather, I did a lot of research. So, in your area, should you decide, you can contact. So there are incentives by the government. The government is trying to get people to buy electric cars that are made domestically. So there are Fords. I think there's 2 Teslas, not all of them. There's like 5 or 6 cars that you can get a rebate for. So if you bought a Ford PHEV, plug-in hybrid EV, then you would get a $7,500 rebate on your taxes that year. But for everybody else, that's not, and it's real specific because you're like, well, why aren't all American cars that are electric covered? Because it has to be, the battery can't be from another country. The battery has to be made at a specific place. The car has to be made. So it's like real crazy. You can charge with a regular outlet, but here's what's interesting, Rusty, is that, so some dealerships like Lexus is offering their own rebate, but only on leases. So I can't get that. But they're trying to kind of help people be able to afford it. But your electric companies, a lot of electric companies are running their own programs because obviously in the end, they want to get you into the system. So here, in where I live, they're offering up to $1,500 or up to 100% of the cost. So to install what they call a level 2 charger. So I called my electrician. He charges $1,600, so they'll pay $1,500 of it. So I'll pay $100 to have the electricity run to the carport, and then I'll buy the charger for it. And then it comes to about $60 a month to charge it. You don't have to get the level 2 charger in your house if you don't want to. On a level 2 charger, it'll take me maybe 4 hours to charge complete, which you can do overnight. If you have a plug-in, it's going to take like 8 hours. So the batteries are covered under a 10-year warranty. So that's why I said I'm probably going to keep it for at least 10 years. It costs a lot more at electrical fill-up station. Yeah. So a lot of cars, Heather, like if you buy a Tesla, it'll say, oh, you have 1 year of charging at their things. Volvo has Polestar, so they'll have some lower rates. Yeah, no, there's a lot to learn. And like for the charger, you want to charge your car mostly at night. That's when your electrical rates are cheaper. So you can I sound like a salesperson, but I'm a good one, Patty, because I did all the things. Yeah. You can, if you charge at night, I don't know if you guys know this, but your electric at night is about 25 cents per watt. But at night, it goes down through this program. If you sign up with the electric company, it goes down to 12 cents. Listen, Mooney, what was so funny, because I did put money down to hold this car, and somebody's like, I can't believe you put money down to hold the car. I was like, listen to me. They're like, you're just making moves. You're moving real fast. I go, I have been thinking about this purchase for 2 years. Like, yeah. So you're paying more for gas and now electric. No. So I won't really use much gas at all. I'll be mostly relying on electric. And then if I do hit gas, then I get 86 miles per gallon. Yeah. That's why I don't use the dryer until nighttime, especially in the summer, said Alejandra. Yeah. So that's the thing, Bougie, is that when you're in this program, you're getting a lower rate at night even than most people. And you can plug your car in. So you can plug it in when you come home at night at 5, but you can tell the app, don't charge this car until 11 o'clock at night. And then it'll start charging it then. So that's the whole thing. Do they have pickup trucks, electric and gas? I'm thinking getting new instead of paying these stupid. Yeah. So here's what's interesting, Curly Top. In my top choices, because I was just looking at plug-in hybrids, Jeep has gone completely. All 24 Jeeps, like the Cherokees, they're all plug-in hybrids. So I know that they're for sure. And I think that there's Rivian, which is full electric. I didn't want to do full electric. I kind of wanted the plug-in hybrid. So I know it is, but I'll tell you, but the upfront cost is ridiculous. So I've really had to really think about like, okay, pull from this, big down payment. But yeah, so I had a Tesla in my electric, but didn't go up at all charging through the night. Yeah. So you should turn your research into a business for other people wanting to buy a car. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. I mean, you definitely have to like search the information. And so it was interesting, even between because Mazda was up there for me. I think Mazda was coming in with the combined miles per gallon. I think they were at like 64. And I think the next one down was the Santa Fe. And the Santa Fe was coming in at like 53 miles per gallon combined. So the Lexus was the most that I could find on the market. I think there might have been one other. I think the highest right now that you can get for combined miles per gallon is like 104 miles per gallon. But I don't remember which car that was. I think I was like, that's just crazy. I know. I would have paid someone to buy a car. It was so much research and then to find the car. Christine's like, I just bought a Lexus. I love it. So you can put in gas too and yeah, Kelly. So that's the thing. So, I mean, Missy's here and Jeremy's here that, I work late at night sometimes. And I just didn't want to get into a situation where like Missy and I head to New York and then we ran out of electric and now we got to stop at an electric station in the middle of nowhere. And that one, that particular vending thing doesn't work or it's slow. It was just too much for me. So to me, this seems like a good mix where I could, run on electric. And if I couldn't get to an electric station, then I could just use gas. And it's literally like a just a button. Honda does have an electric car. So Honda's coming out, I forget what they're calling it, but it's coming out soon, but it's full electric. Prelude, I think it's called. It looks like a nice car. But it is full electric. Now there's another one coming out. Mazda has the CX-70. That has not come out, but it's supposed to come out in the spring. The CX-90 is what they have now, but it was just too big for me. I was like, I don't need this much car. So the CX-70 is about to come out for the spring. So that was my runner-up. The Santa Fe was nice. You can find some of those used. So yeah. Victoria, how are you? My car is hybrid, hit 100,000 miles, never a problem, not a plug-in type. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing is there are regular hybrids that just kind of run off of you hitting the gas pedal. And those, so like if a regular Lexus gets 21 to 23 miles per gallon, the hybrid might get 36 to 38, and a plug-in hybrid is going to get 86. Like it's just like ridiculous. And then electric will get, something ridiculous. So, is it Prologue? Thank you, not Prelude. No, Honda didn't have anything that was a plug-in hybrid. This Lexus is an SUV, yeah. So it's interesting because, I was talking to somebody, another comic friend of mine. She lives in Atlantic City, and she wanted to do a plug-in hybrid. She was between a hybrid and a plug-in hybrid. And she was saying, I really wanted to do a plug-in hybrid, but I live in an apartment building, and I don't have the access. Like if you're living in a city, like it's easy at night, I can just plug my car in my carport and it's done. But it's, I think it's hard. I think that cities are really going to have to figure out apartment buildings and how many, charging things that they're going to offer. Yeah. Safe areas. Yeah. Yeah. No, listen, I really wanted to be I just didn't want to walk in and have to listen to mumbo jumbo. It was, I'll do my own research. And it is really funny to me. Like I would call places and I was like, hey, I'm looking for this car in this color. They're like, oh, it doesn't come in that color. I'm like, no, it does. They're like, no, it only comes in this, this, and this. I'm like, no, that's this model. This model comes in this color and this. I was like, I'm not waiting for you to tell me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Rivians, Victoria, those are super. They're trucks and they're all electric, and they're doing well, but super expensive. A lot of bigger airports now have charging stations. Yeah, yeah. So it's nice. I mean, I'm never going to drive it because it's too pretty, and I'll still ride a bike. But I think it's been good. Just to see, what this is going to look like. I don't know. So people are like, why are you spending all this money? Like it's extra money and you don't need to. And I was like, yeah, but I like the idea of, not relying so much on gas and, it's cool looking, but also weird. I know. Rivian. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like Shakendra, if you ever come over and I'm like, hey, you want to go out to eat? And you're like, yeah, let's just go. I'm like, okay, do you want to ride front seat or back seat? Handlebars? Like what? Yeah. It'll look great in my driveway. People are like, looks great in your driveway. When do you get it? I'm hoping Wednesday, Chris, but your kids get to borrow it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like a weirdo. You're like, you just talked about electric cars for 25 minutes. I think we're way past weirdo. Yeah, no, you're probably right. Yeah. And I have, the shore coming up, and, I'm going to be back and forth with the shore also. And we have 2 weeks at the shore this summer, but everything else is rented out. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna be driving back and forth, doing other people's laundry, cleaning up, I'm gonna drive down bougie. So I didn't get it yet, Madeline. I'm still trying to deal with dealers and stuff, but hopefully Wednesday. The trick to dealing with car salesmen is bring the book with you that says how to be a salesman. Don't say anything. Yeah. So they have some really nice motorized bikes. Listen. I don't know what Sky Active Technology is. Is that from Jesus? Yeah. Yeah, I admit I hate payments, but I love having a car I don't have to worry about. And that's kind of like where I am. It's a Lexus. I am, Suzanne. So I'll eventually get a charger for down there as well. I mean, that's what's so crazy is that the electric companies are basically paying to have them installed. So that's really nice. So you're just having to get the charger itself. And I think it'll be good. I mean, there are no chargers at the shore. So if people are driving to the shore and wanting to rent, there's nothing. So I feel like I'm going to put it right on my listing. I'll be like, shore house with EV charger. They're like, girl, I'm coming. I think I heard your other car was stolen. So it was already broken when it was stolen, which is ironic. But it was stolen for a couple hours, but it got returned. Well, it didn't get returned. I had to go empty it out. So yeah. I don't have car payments, but I do miss having a car I love. Well, that's the thing, Mooney. I have never come out and been like, oh my gosh, that's my car. Let me tell you. Here's how I would find my car in a parking lot. I was like, anybody see my car? Anybody like a janky, smells a little, all busted up? Anybody see it? Anybody see a car nobody else wants? That's my car. I've never been like you guys. That's my car. Never. I'm like, yep, that's my car. Yeah, I'd be covered in mud. That car, that's my car. So, yeah. We just lived through the car buying saga. Did all the research. We walked in the dealership because they were screwing around with us, and they followed us to our car trying to apologize and make it. Nope, good for you knowing all the facts. Not bang. I'm telling you, Susan, I will walk out. I will write a note and be like, I'm never buying a car from you. I'll write it. I don't care. I have the Volkswagen ID4. It's a big adjustment, but it's fun to drive. Charger in my garage. Yeah. I've never had a car I felt like I needed to be parked in the back. I'm not parking in the back of the parking lot. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Now, Kelly, don't congratulate me. I don't actually own it. Yeah. I looked in the back window last night. I thought about cleaning the back window, but decided one more day, it'll be fine. Let it rain. My car's perfect. I won't own a brand new car in Brooklyn. It gets bumped and dinged. People on the street. Yeah. Yeah. So Sherry, the batteries, they were saying that weren't doing well in the cold. Those were mostly Teslas and they were full electric. This one, if it's mine is gas as well. So it'll be a free trip to Florida. Please come help me buy a car. I take a long time because I will walk out. Yeah. My hubby sold cars for years. Walk in and don't tell them how much you have down. Keep everything a secret as long as possible. Your first car entirely on your own is very exciting. It is, Judy. That's what I just, I was like, I'm going to figure it out. It's going to be annoying, but I'll figure it out. There's a lot of stuff that I've been doing by myself that I don't enjoy at all. But, I think it's a good muscle. Yeah. So you should start a side business helping other people buy cars. I don't know if I'm helpful if it's not a plug-in hybrid. If it's a plug-in hybrid, I can help you. But I mean, I think it, obviously everything comes down to your price and what you're looking for. And it was funny because everybody was like, you wouldn't have this much of a problem if you didn't do a plug-in hybrid. But for whatever reason, I'm like, I feel like this is what I'd like. This is the direction I'd like to go in. And it might not be for everybody right now, but I like it. Yeah, Bob, I don't know if it looks like that. Depending on the day, I'm like, I'm done. I'm never buying a car. And I have a breakdown. She brought in the car. It was a bad accident. She's having problems. That's what I mean, Mooney. Yeah. You negotiated most of the buy car before, if you're honest about it. You're not wrong. I think it's just the idea of just dealing with people. But, I'm getting better at being like, no. I'm not doing that. I know, Brenda. I hate putting gas in my car. I don't know why, but it's a pain in the butt. I'm like, I'm really going to watch. I'll keep you updated on how much gas. I'll be interested. Like, I don't really go anywhere, but that's because I don't have a car. But if I had a car, would I go places? I imagine. Would it be more than 35 miles a day? I would totally buy from Carvana. I've heard some great things. But so Ellen, it'll be about $60 a month in electric, if that. I don't know. So verify to drag the. Okay, so TikTok has this weird thing that makes you verify yourself. You have to do a puzzle on the TikTok. It's real weird. I know, Kelly. So I'm basically the future of car buying. And driving, I'll let you know how good. And watch me come on here. I'll be like, you guys, this is so dumb. I should have never done this. Or I'll be like, guys, I haven't bought gas in like 3 months. I know. So we'll see. Probably Gary. Anyway, so today is Friday. We are on the road tonight on our way to Colorado. Maybe we'll see some of you there. It is brand new, Joanne. Yep. So it's always weird. Whenever I usually leave, I leave super early in the morning. So leaving late at night is just real off-putting to me. I'm like, do I pack now? When my son bought his car, he had all the information about what he was looking for, and I was there to tell him when to walk out. Yeah, no, that's what you got to do. Don't forget this Sunday is daylight savings time. You lose an hour. Pi Day is coming up next week. All right, 3.1415. Yeah. Gonna see Hamilton again. Oh, that'll be nice. I'm not a big fan of people, so I got mine from Carvana. I would have totally done that, Lisa, but yeah, good to know. And we have Voila this Sunday. I think it's at 7 because we'll be traveling home on Sunday, so we'll probably be in quite a mood. We are flying to Colorado today. And then Sunday, we're making something fun. I can't remember what it was, but Steph will let you know. And then we're cooking again next Sunday at 1:00 at our regular time. Sunday is Mario Day, MAR10. And it spells Mario. I've never seen that. Yeah. So that's it, everybody. Making corn? Maybe. So that's it. And, we're always up to stuff and some fun stuff for next week. So stay tuned for that. 1:00 is official regular time, but we had to adjust it. Yeah, we like that 1:00 time. Dad jokes. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have some really fun stuff next week that I can't wait to tell you about. I hope you have a great weekend. You get to do some fun stuff that we can talk about. And I'm sure that we'll pop in. I'm sure Diana will bring 12 million snacks on this plane. The whole plane will be like cockeyed like that, because it'll just be like, there's too many Snicker bars or something. So I'm sure there'll be lots to chat about come Monday morning. But that's it, everybody. Like Judy from Saskatoon says, I hope you get to do something nice for yourself and for others. And thanks for watching as always. And I'll check in with you on Monday. So have a good one, everybody. I'll see you. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny